Since 2001, Granite Ridge Builders has built over 4,500 homes, amazing, beautiful homes, and each one has got something really unique and special about it. And as we walk down this beautiful lane here today, it reminds you of all these features that we put in there, whether it be a wonderful bathroom with a tile shower or the great closets that we put together that really help people get organized.
I kind of feel like we're on memory lane. I love all of the exteriors we've done. Elaborate, some are simple, craftsman style, colonial, a lot of different ideas we've done over the years.
And I really like some of the lake places. Just this year alone, we're gonna probably build 30 to 40 lake homes. And they're going into some really big hills, decks, gorgeous.
Yep. You know, guys, it's a great time today. It's a great time in our business. And Tony, so what are we going to talk about on this great day?
Izzy, you gave me a great idea. Memory lane, but let's talk about the remarkable home features that we've done. Some of those remarkable designs. Wouldn't that be a great one for our audience?
I'll tell you one thing that's remarkable. These guys are, you know, actually here. They're usually off playing when we're out working. Thanks for joining us, guys.
We spent time to play that rubber match, right? Yeah.
Speaking of tennis courts, we've done a lot of tennis courts and a lot of other outdoor recreational facilities.
We've even done a hockey rink. I have a hockey rink in my basement.
Yep. Or a basketball court. Remember the basketball court we put in the house?
Indoors.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of remarkable things to talk about that we got to show.
Let's do it.
What? Excuse me, I need to get to this remarkable house real quick.
All right, let's go see this remarkable house.
Amazing house.
I'm kind of stuck back here, Tony. Can I get a hand? Get out of here? Oh, okay.
I love getting out of the office and seeing these beautiful homes.
This is going to be a beautiful home to talk about today. Lonnie, would you go ahead and open up for us? Sure. Oh, wait. We got to wait for these guys. Somebody help Izzy out.
Is he okay?
Okay, I think he is. Okay, Lonnie, go ahead and start.
Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. My name is Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Builders team, including Tony Ranke, our president. We've been building homes in northern Indiana, parts of Northwest Ohio, and also southern Michigan for 16 years. And we really enjoy what we're doing, and we enjoy sharing with you some of the things that make up our business. There's a lot of things to talk about in these incredible days, and the word today is remarkable.
It's remarkable. I think the audience is going to find this is one of the most fascinating shows that we've ever done. We're going to take a lot of the things we've built, some of the things maybe we haven't built. We're going to talk about all the remarkable home design features that you can think of. We're going to make this a little fast paced for you. So what I'm going to tell everybody is hang on. We're going to try to do about 10 segments of some of the most fascinating features, I think, in home building today. Right. So let's all grab our spots and give the audience, I think, a big treat today.
Right. Okay. They should have told Izzy to hang on.
Somebody help Izzy.
Hey, Izzy, I love your playing, but we really do have to start this segment.
What's going on?
You know, he scares me a little bit. You know, one thing when we are talking about remarkable homes, it's kind of the entrance when you walk in. And a big part of that is actually stairs.
Yeah, the stairs can really be that wow factor when you walk in through the front door, like the one that we have behind us.
You know, the one thing I love about this, and there's many things I love about the staircase, but that handrail, it's made of leather.
Yeah, and you also notice that it actually has a curve to it, so it has a radius. That's going to add about $5,000 to an overall staircase, but it really gives it a unique feature.
You know, when you're thinking back in time, a lot of like the famous TV shows even have very famous staircases. Once they open up the front doors, like in Dallas and Dynasty, they had those big double staircases that actually went upstairs, and it's kind of taking your breath away in some cases.
Right, and this house actually has two staircases. You don't see them side by side like those, but it also has another entrance back by the kitchen, and we're starting to do that a lot more in our houses.
When you're talking about remarkable houses, sometimes it's actually different levels that are going and how you actually get to those different levels. Because one of my favorites is actually the staircases that are there that actually take you down to the basement from the garage.
Yeah, a very, very handy feature. Now let's talk about some of the parts and pieces of the staircase.
Well, when we're looking at this and we're looking at a staircase, there's a couple of different things. You talked about the curvature that they had, but we're also talking a little bit more about the riser and the tread of the stairs itself.
Yeah, and that's the part where actually your foot goes, that's the tread, and then the part that actually gives it the height is the riser.
And then you have the handrail that pretty self-explanatory what that is, taking you upstairs.
Right, but there's also the structural parts of the handrail that actually holds it in place. So we have the large piece here at the bottom of the stairs. What's that called?
The newel post?
The newel post, yep. And then you have all the smaller, we call spindles, that lead up the staircase, and those can actually change the feature of the staircase quite a bit depending on the material.
It can be a drastic change in look just by those spindles that you have there, because you can do wrought iron. You have more of a silver wrought iron with this one. You can mix and match the wrought iron and wood. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do that really give you a spectacular staircase. Another way is to actually set it up with different levels as you're going upstairs, correct?
Correct. Different levels, you can do different landings. You can do more of a curved stair or a straight run, or maybe one that has a dog leg in it that actually wraps around another 180 degrees.
Yeah, we call those more of a U-shaped staircase. Yep. When you're looking down at it. So when you're literally looking at a remarkable home, a lot of times it is the staircase that actually makes it that way.
Hey, remarkable features. This is definitely one of them, a pot filler for your kitchen.
They're so convenient, it really enhances this gourmet kitchen. You know, another feature that would enhance a kitchen is lighting. Depending on the granite or quartz top that you use, the light fixtures, if you do an LED light, it can really make that top sparkle.
We've got some great features to talk about here, and of course a double island is one that can really set off a kitchen.
You know, islands don't have to just be something plain. They can be functional and gorgeous. We've done some amazing, remarkable islands that have some great features to them. We've done designs on the end panels, so we've done X designs or added bookcases to the ends. We've had some really wonderful sculpted leg features and double deep islands. We've put microwave drawers in to make it more functional, wine bars. There's so many different features. An island can be functional and gorgeous.
I like the idea of changing things up a little bit in the kitchen too, so everything doesn't have to be the same color. Whether that's changing the color of the stain on the island or actually even the hard surface on the top, making it a different color on the island than on the rest of the kitchen.
We've done some remarkable islands and kitchen features like that, and especially in this kitchen here, you have the knotty maple wood species. You could really play up a lot of different wood species in your kitchen. So painted doesn't have to be just a typical painted cabinet. It can be gray or black or all sorts of different colors. We even have red and green. You know, this kitchen here has a gorgeous stain. So many different wood species you can even mix and match in the same kitchen.
And different heights are another thing that you can do in the kitchen, whether you're going 32, 42, however high, or even we've got some special features across the top of some cabinetry as well. What were they called again?
The double stack or peekaboo cabinets.
That's
if you
it.
have glass at the top there. So those are some really awesome, remarkable features we've done in a lot of kitchens. You know, one of my favorite ones is adding a little bit of trimscaping to the kitchens. So talking about beam work, we've done trusses or just straight box beams. We're starting to get into the rustic beam look right now. That is one area that really makes your kitchen stand out.
And don't forget range hoods. Range hoods can come in lots of different shapes and sizes, and you were talking about one specifically that I found very interesting.
You know, there are a lot of people who love entertaining, and their kitchen space is going to be just that, an entertaining spot. So we've done several where the ranges or the cooktops are in the island, so you have a decorative hood, and it's all about entertaining. You can grab a lot of people to stand around that space and do some chef demos, some awesome entertaining. You could have a private chef come in, and it's set up perfectly for that kind of a space.
Remarkable doesn't only describe the things that we build in the kitchen, it can also be the appliances that we use. We've got a 6-burner range back here. Of course, double ovens are huge for us right now. We've got a nice brick surround here too to really set this off and make it feel really homey.
I love that. We've even done some in wallpaper, some really cool features. Now, whether your home has an incredible, remarkable laminate top, quartz or granite, or even something like we did here with more of an Italian feel with a tile top, they're all wonderful options for your gourmet kitchen.
And I've always thought that I was the sexiest thing in the kitchen, but this thing might have actually got me beat.
I think so. I like this. I like this a lot.
JR, when you talk about remarkable features, you have to talk about technology. And we built a house off of Flutter Road that we call our Next Step house. And technology was through that house from the roof to the foundation.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different parts and pieces that stick out as remarkable in my mind. I know one of my favorites was just geofencing. So as you approach that property, the house could sense when we got close, and it would trigger a series of events. Like the garage door would open automatically, it kicked on some specialty lights, and even got the TV to put on SportsCenter right when I drove up.
Right, and you know, when you drive up to that house, you see those solar panels out back. That house was producing its own power and producing all those wonderful LED lights that you mentioned, and had the ability to tie in with all of those smart controls.
Yeah, you were big on the solar. I was big on the interior features, like the blinds that were all remote activated, or you could set them up on timers. That was some of my favorite technology.
Yeah, and the whole house was voice activated. So you could walk in and say, you know, turn on the kitchen lights or turn on music. Really, your imagination was the limits, and it basically had a brain that controlled all of that, and the house would maybe even observe something, and then it would react.
Yeah, that's technology at its finest. We put technology in every room, but even the kitchen, the appliances, we could control those with a phone or a tablet wherever we were at.
Yeah, and not only on the inside of the house, but also the outside of the house. There was some major outdoor living there. We had the irrigation all tied in with the app or that voice control.
I think we even integrated technology into the garage. We were able to heat the garage floor, so everything was nice and toasty in there. It was just a really remarkable house.
Yeah, technology really is changing the way we build houses today, and that was a perfect example of what's to come in the future.
And we did something in technology in the house that we're at right now. We were able to integrate it into our sprinkler systems.
Well, how about you show us, but make sure you can do the backyard, not the front yard.
I think you just hit this button like right here, and then it'll kick it on just in the back.
Hey, JR, come on, man.
I can't figure it out.
I think it's Elizabeth's chance.
All right.
Go for it, Elizabeth.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow. You know, Tony, today's theme is remarkable, and I'll tell you one thing that's remarkable is these lower levels. What we're doing in today's new home on the lower level.
You know, they used to be called basements, cellars. They had every nickname you could ever imagine. But now with the lower level, it's because you really have a blank slate and you can do anything in this space underneath your house.
You're right, Tony. Oftentimes it's a lot of space, as large as the first floor of the home, and we're talking about all kinds of room opportunities on the lower level.
You know, the big thing with it is, though, is you do want to plan out those rooms, because like if you're planning on putting in a pool table, you need to make sure that you have enough room in there to be able to, you know, play pool.
Or ping pong, for example. But besides game rooms, which are very, very popular, there's also like theater rooms. And today, you know, the equipment with projection TVs and stuff is not all that expensive.
It's not that bad at all, and you can actually do multiple TVs in there. You can put people have their own like sports bar themes down in there where they have 5, 6 TVs. They have their own, you know, kitchenette area down there. They have that, but that's just one room. Now we have more people actually putting hot tubs downstairs, and they're doing more just saunas and relaxation down in that lower level.
Great place to exercise. And by the way, here's a stud tip. If you do put a game room or a theater room in your lower level, put a fireplace in. Because a gas fireplace, for example, you flip the switch, it provides that little extra heat that you can really enjoy all year round.
You know, the beautiful thing about a lower level is it is truly your imagination that can dictate what you're going to put down in that space. You know, we had Elizabeth talk about earlier how they actually put in a hockey rink.
You're right. And the interesting thing about lower levels is if you look at square foot cost, the lower level is probably the least expensive square footage under the roof.
It is. There's just so many different opportunities for secondary dining rooms, because a lot of people talk about how they have this dining space upstairs they only use twice a year. They don't want to do that, so they just put it down in that lower level now. They have extra TVs, they've got an extra kitchen, they have plenty of room for that extra dining room table. It just saves everything.
Bedrooms, dens, hobby rooms. We're talking about all kinds of opportunities to take advantage of the lower level in today's new home.
So Lonnie, if you were going to build your own new house right now and you were going to do a basement, what would be your special room?
Wow. Well, I think I'm going to have to go with the theater room, Tony.
There's that imagination at work.
Hey, let's saddle up. Let's saddle up.
Not bad. Not bad. I think that's going to be for dinner. Welcome back. We are talking about remarkable rooms in a house, and one of those remarkable areas can actually be your wine grottos.
It sure can. This has become really popular. And you could do something within your kitchen, a little wine grotto. You could do something in your lower level, something in the great room. You can make it large. One of my favorite ones that we did was actually underneath a staircase in a basement. So it was a very small area, but really, really unique.
You know, when you're talking about a wet bar area or a wine grotto area or a specialty room, you're going to want to take a look at your lifestyle, how you live, and when you have a lot of people over. A lot of times when you're talking about a wine grotto and maybe just be you and your significant other, all you need is a little pub table with a couple chairs. But if you're one of the guys and you got 8 people over, you want to really take a look at that lower level and take a look at that wet bar.
And we're really excited because we've partnered with a remarkable company that can do custom wine areas. So they can sit down with you and design exactly what you need. You maybe have 10 bottles and you maybe have 100 bottles, and they can design it custom to your needs and build it custom.
Now, when you're talking about wine grottos, you're talking about the one that had it built into the stairs. Is there any other unique areas where you've seen a wine grotto being made?
Well, one of our all-time favorites was our Innovation Home. We had it attached to the theater room. So it was open, we had some glass and a little bar there, but that was really amazing and very easy to use because it was open to the space.
And when you're talking about remarkable spaces and remarkable rooms, don't forget about ceilings. Like in this room, you've got a great coffered stained glass.
Closets are something that for a long time has almost been an afterthought for people's homes, but very quickly it's gotten out of hand where it's so elaborate and so remarkable. You start off with just your single rod and maybe a shelf, then we went to the double shelves now. And it continues to progress.
They really have progressed so far. You have a his and hers closet now, and in those we have so many different features. So instead of just a shelf and a rod, like Izzy was saying, you could do things like drawers and pullouts. You have hamper storage. You have adjustable shelving, seasonal storage where it's up high.
Yes.
I mean, the closets cannot keep getting any bigger.
And even now we've talked about an island inside a closet, which might be called a packing station, where you have multiple drawers there too. And then a surface that you could actually lay out an outfit or do different things like that. It's continued to just progress so far. And now it's gotten, that organization has gone outside of just your bedroom closets. Throughout the entire house, those other spaces are becoming organized as well.
You know, one thing we get a question for is how many closets can I get in my empty spaces? So people are wanting closets just for their brooms, just for their cleaning supplies, and not just closets, but just storage spaces in general for all of the things that they don't want to see, and it really reduces the clutter.
So we continue to find as many spaces as possible and making them as productive as possible so that the storage room is maximized in your home.
I have to say, an organizer closet is definitely a part of my remarkable dream home dream, so I want to go play in mine right now. Lonnie, I think books might be a thing of the past, but what we're putting them in are definitely not.
Kayla is right. One thing that makes today's new home remarkable is certainly built-ins. All kinds of built-ins.
You know, we do things like lockers and window seats. We're even building in beds right now, entertainment centers. There's so many great features. I don't know how many homes we've really done without a built-in. It really is what sets your custom home apart.
You're right, Kayla. And we're talking about maybe as little as a few $100s to whatever you want to spend to take care of special things in your home, and also very practical things like here's a bedroom without a bed because look, the bed is built in.
You know, there's some great features when we talk about lockers. Everybody loves to have these organizer spaces, and you can do them so many different ways. Painted or stained. You could do backs that are plain. You could do backs that have shiplap, beadboard, all sorts of decorative features. You could have doors on them, drawers. We've done so many remarkable lockers that are great in garages or utility rooms, mudrooms, and even hallways.
All kinds of places. And here's a stud tip. You need about 2 foot per locker. So if you have 6 foot in a utility room or mudroom or whatever, you could put 3 lockers in that space.
You know, we'd even do quite a few without dividers and just have some hooks so they can keep adding on or taking away depending on their needs.
One of the things about built-ins is that they are so pretty, but they're also very practical spaces, a very wise use of space in today's new home.
You know, I love the entertainment centers that we've been doing that have some functional storage. So you have some doors below, some really great design aspects above, or what's really popular right now, a huge trend that we've done several times are putting barn doors on top of the built-ins where you could close up where your TV is and just see some bookcases, or open them up and have a great entertainment.
And oftentimes in today's new home, we have a little space left over. Sometimes we call it a niche. Is that the word?
Yep, you're right there.
Niche. And sometimes a great place for a built-in is to use that niche.
You know, there's a lot of great areas in your home. Almost anything out there you can create into a custom built-in just for your space.
JR, today's theme is remarkable. And I'll tell you what's remarkable.
Well, for you, you must be talking about those big 5 and 6 car garages, right?
Well, that's pretty neat, but no, I'm talking about one of these.
Oh, a fireplace?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm talking about a home financing program that allows a person in a new home with no down payment, minimal closing costs, and payments that are actually less than renting a new home with one of these, yeah.
So, Lonnie, you must be talking about that special USDA 502 rural loan, right?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
There are some amazing advantages to that program. You've mentioned zero down.
Right.
You've mentioned minimal closing cost. But you can get a brand new custom home incorporating a lot of these remarkable features that we're talking about today with payments starting in the low 700 range.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And besides that, we're talking about some remarkable locations around the Fort Wayne area, up in the Elkhart area, northern Indiana. We've got it covered.
Yeah, there are locations that range from Avila, Kendallville, down to Columbia City, anywhere around these areas that people can get into a brand new home for $700 a month.
Subdivision settings, rural settings, we've got it. They need to call us for the details.
So, Lonnie, we're not just talking about remarkable locations. We're talking about remarkable homes themselves. We've got 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom concepts. We can do single-level ranches. We can do multi-level 2-stories.
On slabs or on basements, even with 3-car garages.
I think that sounds something like you'd be interested in.
We're talking high efficiency and as far as the energy goes.
And true customization. The elevations of these houses. We're talking brick, stone, shake products, craftsman styles, whatever you're looking for.
All the way through the house. They need to come in and see us, sit down with us, and talk about this remarkable way about buying a new home.
Elizabeth, we are lucky enough in this segment to talk about one of my favorite and really most remarkable features in the home, and that's the fireplace. After 16 years of building, we've done some really amazing fireplaces. What are some of your favorites that we've done?
Well, our designers are really creative. One we did with actually rock carpeting. It was a rock surround. One of my other favorites was a mixture of marble and pebbles, so some stones in it. But I really like the stone fireplaces or surrounds, and we've mixed different stones, so we may have different sizes, different shapes. We've done some tapering, so we've taken it from the floor to the ceiling with a taper. A lot of creativity.
I also like that we've integrated fireplaces into a lot of different rooms in the houses. Here we're in a master bedroom. We do them in kitchens. We do them in great rooms. You can really use these features anywhere in the home.
They're very decorative and definitely a focal point in your home.
When I think fireplaces, I also think trimscaping, the mantle, and then also some trim work around it. What are some things that really pop out to you?
Well, it's really hard to narrow down what my favorites are. We've done some homes where the wall is completely trimmed as well as the ceiling with picture panels and different types of moldings. I really like the big crown moldings we're doing though. A lot of people are doing a triple crown. So this is a real big focal point. They're doing it throughout their foyer, their great room, and different areas of the home.
Yeah, and painted trimscaping has become really popular now, but we can also do some stained woodwork if that goes better with the theme of the home. We've got different applications like maybe a dentil trimscaping like we see behind us here.
It's a great way to dress up your home. You know, the beadboarding on the wall, we may do shiplap on a wall, and we can paint it a bright blue or a bright color for a pop.
And Elizabeth, I think when we talk about trimscaping, I really think about custom woodwork, especially big beams that we're doing in homes these days.
It's a great way to dress up your ceiling. We've done tongue and groove on the ceiling. Like you said, a lot of beam work. It's in a lot of our homes. You can find pictures on our website, or better yet, just come into our showroom because we have great examples there. Well, one space in the home that we're doing a lot of remarkable things is the master bathroom. Naturally, we spend a lot of time in there.
We do. I love some of the design features that we've been incorporating for the remarkable master baths. And we're not just talking showers, but we're talking vanities, the floor covering that people are using for their tile, some remarkable tubs. There's so many different features.
Oftentimes, these spaces aren't really large. They don't have to be large, but they're incorporating some really neat design elements. For example, this particular bathroom has used tile basically everywhere.
Everywhere. We have it for the mirror surround, the garden tub surround, the tile shower, and even the ceiling.
And we talked about trimscaping. This room has trimscaping as well that's actually porcelain tile.
You know, there's wonderful tile features when you have some of the corner pieces, the chair rails, mosaics. You can use it in so many different fashions. We've done some remarkable other homes like this here where we've done the mosaic tile around the mirrors to make it stand out as a special feature. Or one of my favorite things now with the popular freestanding garden tubs, we've been doing some wonderful wall features where behind those freestanding tubs, to make it a really awesome focal point, we've been talking about doing things like a stone wall, wainscoting, or even a tile half wall wainscoting, just to really set these spaces apart.
We've dressed up the bathroom with columns. We've even used some stained glass or art glass, even in the shower like the one behind us. This is where you're going to start your day, so you might as well start it off right. One remarkable feature we're doing in a lot of homes now is outdoor living. Really over the last 5 years, it's really evolved, and our area is really embracing outdoor living because we do have beautiful seasons. We have a beautiful spring, summer, and fall.
There's a lot of times to enjoy it, and you want to enhance those spaces. And what we've been seeing a lot of times is fire pits, fireplaces, or large outdoor covered pavilions.
And these are great because you can really take any budget. It can be a small budget, maybe you just want a small fire pit, or something elaborate like this.
You know, we have some great privacy walls like this here. We've even done some really cool out deco privacy spaces, and that really enhances the areas like the pools or your patios, even your decks you could do some.
And we are seeing a lot more people put pools in. We see people wanting to have everyone come to their house. They want people to gather at their house. So it's a great thing in your backyard to entertain with.
You know, outdoor living, you can't say enough about it when you're talking lakes and you see a lot of decks. We do covered decks, screened and porch decks. All of these items really are what's going to be the focus of in this area for your outdoor living spaces.
And to make those spaces truly remarkable, the landscaping and the potted plants are really important.
They really enhance the area. They bring some light living in, and it makes you really feel at home, especially the furniture and outdoor rugs too.
This has been an amazing outdoor living show and remarkable features. Hey, JR, would you want to close for us?
Absolutely. As always, guys, I want to thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit the website below. Even better yet, come in the front door. We'd love to tell you how to incorporate any of these remarkable features into your brand new custom home.
I think we've got some games to play yet, so we've got some time.
It's hot. Let's go swimming.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's go do that.
It's not a real competition, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Who's leading off?
Somebody say
I was gonna say, is anybody want to start talking?
All right, Neil. This is my idea. Build a lifestyle.
Okay, I'll start.
Actually,
I'll start.
Well, let's see if this really works. Yeah, home gyms are worth it. That's enough. It's been 12 years since I lived.
It's great.
Hey, by the way, this is Carl and Cindy Ward. They are villa experts. You need to sit down with them and talk about your plan and designs when it comes to villa experts. Yes, villa experts.
We're doing a takeoff on Tuscan chili where we're substituting the red meat with chili.
With chili.
It's so good. It's so good 3 times.
We're doing custom chili, and then I'll step in and say we were supposed to be doing something else.
Okay. She's gonna say Carl.
Look at all this.
Carl, look a little frustrated. Like
That's perfect.
Okay, so Carl.
Just like this. This is good.
You're all the whole time.
Okay. That was it.
we are making a mess. Where's Angel? Angel! That was pretty good. I like that.